Hi guys. Just jumping on here with a little bit of caramel tea. I can't even say the word properly. It has been a week. It has been a day of it. Today was better than Monday, but still up there. I'm really. I feel like my mental health is struggling. I don't even know what is going on. I feel so tightly bound this week. Normally, I love the B School Ready program. I love planning it and being with the kids and just having a great time. And I've not loved it this week. Kids are. They seem to be good when they're actually in the activity. Like they wanted to do math on Monday, so I did math. I did it based around the Olympics, so they like medals they had to count and stuff. Yesterday, I asked them each where their families were from, which is cool. They all knew. And so we looked up their flags and they drew their flag. And then we found an Olympian to go from that country. Which was really cool. It was cool to learn a little bit more about the kids and just to give them that sense of, like, obviously they're all New Zealanders and they know that, but they also know that their parents come from somewhere else and therefore they have that heritage as well. Today, in hoping that I wouldn't have a bad day, I decided to do a round robin. I've only done this once before. It seems to really work when I do it. I have today, there was only 9 of them, so I split them into 3 groups of 3. At one table they did drawing and they had to draw a picture for each other, and then at another table there was Jenga, so they had to work together to play the game Jenga. And then there was another table that had a puzzle. And they did this for about 15-minute increments, and then they moved on to the next activity in a round robin type thing. And they were really good when they were actually doing it, but there was one child who was fine during Jenga and then looked at the puzzle, and because the puzzle was a My Little Pony, they didn't want to do it. And so they proceeded just to say, like, no, they're not doing that. I was like, okay, well, that's what your group's doing. So if you don't want to do that, you can leave. And they didn't want to leave either. And so I ended up having to take them upstairs, like pretty much holding on to everything. Like they did not want to leave my class, but they didn't want to do the activity. And I was just like, wait a minute, like, I get that you don't want to do the activity. That's fine. Like, you can go upstairs and play. And that just wasn't good enough for them. And so I took them upstairs and I said, you're leaving my class because, you just... I had told them off like about 8 times. Yeah. And it's been a whole week of all the kids. There's literally been like 2 kids who hasn't been confrontational. At pretty much every turn, it's just driving me nuts. We've done 2 days of yoga, like to Cosmic Kids yoga, and they love Cosmic Kids yoga, so they do the activity all good, and they've enjoyed the mat times and watching the Olympics and everything like that. But it's just they just I don't know, this week they've just had an answer for everything, and they talk over you, and they just have been quite disrespectful, and I'm just wound up really, really tight, and so it's really got to me this week. I've never marked them a 2 out of 5 for their behavior, but today that's what I did because I was really, really upset. And that same child who got sent out of the room, I later said I didn't want that child coming in to have their meal in our room. Because in that room, you're left alone with 10 to 15 kids by yourself, depending on the number of kids that are in there. And so you do everything for them. So you're on your own with these kids. And so it's just like, okay, well, this is supposed to be fun. This is extra learning. The big kids are in this room. And it's just like, if you don't want to be in here, sorry, I was trying to crack my laugh. If you don't want to be in here, I don't want you in there. Anyways, I went out and said to the child, I'm going to have you eat upstairs with the other kids. Yeah, just because, that behavior is not acceptable. And they proceeded to tell me basically that I couldn't do that and said, you're not the boss. The head teacher was the boss instead. And I was like, the head teacher isn't here at the moment. And I was like, excuse me, all your teachers are the boss. Every single one of us. There are 6 of us. We are all the boss. And right now, I'm in this specific group, which means I'm the boss of that room. I get to say what happens in that room. I get to say who comes into that room. And I literally do. I'm the one teacher that has kids who are not supposed to be in that room yet. Always bring them in. Today I had 2 that I brought in. Because I try to bulk the numbers up so it's at least 10. Anyways, yeah. So one thing that I really struggle with is pure defiance like that. Absolutely pure defiance. I actually even wrote up on the community page that it's been a really challenging week. And the kids just have been saying lots of no's and just not using their ears. And it's been a collection of kids. There's been a limited few kids that have not been doing this. So yeah, it just really upset me, and I might not have supposed to have shared that in that specific page group, but I did because I'm not going to be able to reach all the parents, and I had a guts full, and I needed them to talk to their kids about this because it's just insane. Yeah, it just too much. I have just taken a B vitamin pill. I'm exhausted right now, so I'm probably going to go to bed. It's very early. It's like not even 7:30 yet, I don't think. But it's just about to be 7:30. I'm probably going to go to bed soon. Yeah, I've just taken a B vitamin, and I need to get that back in my system because I think that's not helping either. I haven't had a B vitamin in so long. But yeah, I'm just really feeling anxious, feeling like I'm on a vacation of some kind, just feeling my mental health is struggling a little bit at the moment. I'm feeling like I need sun, and there is no sun, and it's cold, and I'm just feeling a million feels. I really want to have these get-togethers with people, but then on the other hand, I don't want to have the get-togethers because I don't want to be let down. I don't want to plan something and then have people not show up. Because, why? Because again, I don't feel valued, and I don't feel enough, and I don't feel like people will show up for me because in the end, the only person I've ever been able to rely on is myself and God. And that is it. And I know I'm feeling so woos me right now and actually super, super emotional. And I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's just a change. I don't know what it is. I don't even feel like my work is going to do anything for me after leaving for 14 years. There's been no talk of anything. Like, I just don't think people care. And I am just going into a fight or flight wanting to get over it. Today is a bad day to begin with. This day is not a good day. It's my ex's birthday. I normally plan something for him. It's going on. It's 6 years of not doing anything for him. I mean, the day when I saw it, I was like, okay, that's, yeah. I'm really, really struggling. I'm trying to see if I could, like, go to a hotel or get, like, a pamper day or whatever, but I am so tightly wound up right now. It's ridiculous. I keep taking COVID tests. It keeps coming up negative. I do not have COVID. I'm just being a bitch right now. Just being a bitch. And because I feel like this, I'm literally overeating and having sweets. I'm walking to and from work, but nothing's good enough even for myself right now. I'm just, yeah. Anyways, this morning I woke up and I felt my chest was so heavy and I was struggling to catch my breath. Yeah. Anyways, I just wanted to let you guys know how I'm feeling. Not everything is smooth sailing for me. My Monate Product is on the way, so I should get that soon. Watched a little bit of gymnastics, tried to get me to settle down after work and had a Canadian Club and Coke. But yeah, just had a shower, just feeling worse for wear. So I'm gonna finish this tea, and then I'm gonna crawl into bed early. Talk to you later.